Yeah, we'll try that. Hey, Tubi people, Howl Mad Mud Duck back at you. Kind of sitting here in the dark because I don't have a decent light working right now. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, Monday morning, and Sunday evening was interesting. About 6 o'clock, I hear a commotion down the hill, and I figure it's Tweaky's back. Because whenever there's a commotion down the hill, it has something to do with Tweaky. And I'm hearing Ed yelling something about get off my father. So I take a look down the hill, and there's these two big Samoan or black looking guys. They had the one had poofy fucking hair, ponytails on either side of his head. Down there wrestling and fighting with Austin and Ed. Well, first thing I do is run over to the pick 'em up truck and tap the key, and she don't want to start. Takes me a couple minutes to get the goddamn thing started. By the time I get the truck started, start heading down the hill sideways, throwing dirt, rocks, and flat tracking down the fucking hill. Gotta straighten it out because it's a narrow slot to get between the fence and the motorhome, and I can't do that sideways. Get down there asking Austin, what the fuck? And he says, this guy just beat me up and took my shotgun. And Ed's walking back. He's halfway down the driveway, and these guys are down towards the end of the driveway. Almost out to the highway. So I coax the truck forward and get up to the end of the driveway. And this some bitch is a big Samoan or Islander, or they tell. I couldn't tell. He was awfully dark skinned for a Samoan, but Ed said they were Samoans from Hawaii, and I didn't know. Yeah, fuck. So, some bitch is pointing this fucking shotgun at me. Seriously. Pointing a fucking shotgun at me, screaming at me he's gonna kill me if I keep coming. Who the fuck does he think he's dealing with? I slapped it down low and fucking stood on it. Opened up the secondaries, threw up big clouds of rocks, and went at him. I missed him. Comes running around the driver's window of the truck, pointing the shotgun in there, and I keep telling him, you keep pointing that gun at me, motherfucker, I'm gonna kill you. Then he throws the gun out in the middle of the highway, then runs out in the middle of the highway and throws it over into the fucking bushes on the other side of the highway. Then takes off down the road. Ed comes running up. I can't get him to go get the fucking gun. I gotta go get the goddamn gun out of the fucking bushes. I hand it to him. He carries it across the road and puts it in my pick-em-up truck, and I take it back up and give it to Austin. No clip, no magazine. It's a 12-gauge, 3-round magazine, one in the chamber, sort of bolt-action unit. Didn't get beat up too bad for being thrown out in the fucking highway. Disrespectful to firearms. Turns out Austin's phone's missing. This guy stole his phone while they were tussling. And Ed's phone's missing too. So they used my phone to call the cops. And Ed goes running off after where these guys went down the road and ducked into the bushes trying to get the phones back. He comes back banged up. His arm's all messed up. Evidently, they fractured his fucking arm and disappeared. Yellow pickup truck headed down into Fife. I went down into Fife looking, believe me. 12 goddamn cop cars show up. 10 of them leave, and we fucking talk this shit out. And evidently, there was reports of a guy along the highway with a fucking shotgun, and A guy in a brown pickup truck and a guy with a shotgun tussling with each other, and it's just goddamn ridiculous. So I start calling Austin's phone, and it goes to voicemail. I call Ed's phone, and he hears it ringing, and it's in the bushes where the guy he was tussling with tossed it into the bushes. So only Austin's cell phone's missing. Talked to the cops for a while. Charges basically are, and I will press them, assault with a deadly weapon because the guy pointed a shotgun at me. It doesn't matter if the motherfucker's loaded. I don't know if it's loaded or not. And they didn't know what to think about me going after him. You know, guy pointed a shotgun at the front of my truck and windshield. So I slapped it down low and stood on it. He's only got one shot. Chances are, shotgun's filled with birdshot. Got a 75% chance on that it's got birdshot in it. If it's loaded. That ain't gonna fucking tear up my windshield that bad. It's gonna fucking destroy the windshield, but birdshot ain't coming all the way through the windshield. Buckshot, I might worry about it a little more. Slugs, I'm dead. But, you know, I got 5,800 pounds of Detroit steel there. I have no problems about parking that sumbitch on top of somebody pointing a goddamn gun at me. Cop said I was within my right to do so and said you should have hit him. I said no. That just makes more paperwork for you guys, and you motherfucker ain't worth the time I'd have to do, and cleaning that sumbitch off my front bumper and grill's gonna be a fucking mess. And the other cop come up and said, seriously, you dropped it in the low and went at him? I said, come back here in the driveway. You see here, there's my tires spinning as I'm coming down the driveway chasing them down. You see where they go into deep ruts here for about 20 feet and then up onto the pavement? And then you can see where my front wheel's on the other side of the road up there almost into the ditch. Yeah, I was going to kill him. Had no problems telling cops that. Motherfucker's pointing a gun at me. I'm going to kill him. I said I don't take kindly to people pointing guns at me. The only ones that can barely get away with it's the fucking cops. So I go driving off after the cops leave and go looking for these motherfuckers. I can't find them. Ed and Austin were in his vehicle getting ready to head out. Turns out they ended up at the hospital. Austin's a little bit more banged up than he thought he was, and he's 83 years old. He can't tussle like he used to when he was a young logger. When he was a young logger, he would have just backhanded both them bitches and fucking put the boots to them. And Ed's got a fractured fucking tibia or whatever, goddamn arm bone, and some pulled tendons from tussling with these guys. And I'm expecting them to be back because they ain't smart enough to fucking stay away. They figure, old man, third time in the week that Austin's had to chase somebody off with his gun. First two times, his unloaded shotgun scared him. Third time, oh yeah. Hold on a second. My coffee water's done. So, I guess while these guys were busy arguing with Austin went to hit one of them in the head with a shotgun. You know, club him with the barrel of it. And he had his back turned to Austin. When Austin went to do it, evidently the guy got smart with Austin. Austin was going to hit him. And Ed screamed at his dad not to do it. And when Austin was screamed at by Ed, that's when the guy whipped around, grabbed the gun. Austin slipped. The guy ended up with the gun. And if Ed hadn't have screamed at for his dad not to hit the guy with, me and Ed had a big talk about this, and Ed is busy saying violence isn't the way. And I said, look, you got two motherfuckers that are going to come up and try to take a goddamn shotgun away from you. Violence is the way. And he starts in on his, well, Jesus, and Jesus' own people killed him, motherfucker. Don't give me any of that. It's a violent, nasty fucking world. We're living in a day and age where people will kill you for just the price of some dope. And you got to learn to shoot first and ask questions later. Don't feel bad about being violent towards another person that brings it on themselves. And he says, well, you know, they might have a mom and a dad. And I said, and it's their mom and dad's fault for raising a fucked up kid. Put this one out of their misery and they can start again. Pacifist. I feel like I'm arguing with Neville Chamberlain when I'm arguing with him. Religious pacifist. You think with all the times he got his ass kicked when he was a kid that, you know, he'd learn to be a little bit more violent. I got my ass beat for years when I was a kid because I was smaller than everybody else. I had this goddamn red, bright red shit on top of my head. And these goddamn things. And being smarter than everybody else in the fucking school all the way up to the goddamn principal. I scared them. But I got shit kicked out of me on a daily basis, and I turned out to be a mean little motherfucker. I mean, fuck with me, I'll fuck you up. Fuck with me, you gotta fuck with my brothers, and my brothers will fuck you up. And some of them aren't even related brothers, but I got brothers. So I'm sitting up tonight waiting for these fellas to come back because they ain't smart enough to stay away. Got to be about a quarter after, about 12 after, 13 after 3 already. This is my outdoor motion sensing light. I'm using the light up in here so I can make this goddamn video because I'm using this piece of shit old phone. Didn't even have enough goddamn sense to fire up the phone and do the recording any of these people because it happened so fucking fast. There we go. Ooh, that's bright. That's bright. I really need to do something about lighting. If I was wearing a black shirt, I kind of got Red Dwarf computer shit going on here. Just a floating head. So, it's been an interesting Sunday afternoon. I just wanted to go out fishing, but no. Tweakers won't fucking let me do a goddamn thing around here without having to deal with them. But it's Monday, made it through another week, and yada yada yada, all that shit. Yeah, fuck. This ain't how I like starting my weeks. I really wanted to go fishing about, 9 hours ago. So I'm going to stay up and keep an eye on shit and look for little flashlights and hope for the worst and pray for the best, or expect the worst, pray for the best, whatever. It's just dumb son of a bitch pointed a goddamn shotgun at me. What, I'm supposed to be intimidated? just drop that son of a bitch in low and stand on it. Come on, motherfucker. You want to point a gun at me? I'll park on top of you. He does have a little bit of a Chevy emblem on his fucking chest. Cop said I could have killed him. Both cops agreed I should have. And like I told them, that's more paperwork for your guys. Fucker wasn't worth the time I'd have to do. Oh yeah, and the whole time I'm busy down there, busy confronting this guy trying to get Austin's shotgun back, I got Ed down there screaming, "Don't show him your weapon. Don't pull your weapon on him. Don't." Thinking I'm gonna fucking pull the sidearm on this dumb son of a bitch I'm dealing with. Shotgun. One shot. He's got to figure out how to work the bolt before I get out of the fucking truck. I was going for the goddamn double-bladed throwing axe on the 24-inch handle underneath the driver's seat. I was reaching for that because you want to play, motherfucker? We will play. Hear that? That's a mouse up in my shelving. That's how fucking brave they're getting. I've already had one the other night. Got caught thrashing around. Seems he only got a foot caught in my mouse trap. I let him thrash around about a half hour and he was starting to get annoying, so I booted him out the door with the broom, trap, and all, and I can't find my mouse trap. It should be out on the porch somewhere. He dragged it off somewhere. Well, scratch that mouse trap. Evidently it was defective. It only got his little footsie. Then I had the one that kept getting up on the stove. I got him the other morning. And I got this sumbitch up in my fucking shelving that I can't get rid of, but I'm running out of mouse traps. Well, that's about enough of this shit. I've babbled on early this morning. Fucker pointed a goddamn shotgun at me. Evidently, he never got the memo about I don't intimidate. I don't get scared when you point a gun at... Well, if it's a woman, I get scared. A man, I got a 50-50 chance of talking him out of shooting me. A woman, she'll just shoot me because I'm a man. And that's Mud Duck's philosophy on weapons right there. Along with... I've got to go kill that fucker.